Okay, let me share my screen. Screen is visible. My screen is visible.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So the next topic will be your concrete. Okay. Okay. Let others come. Okay. So what is concrete? So we are entering in the module 3. Okay. Module 2, all the topics has been covered. If you have any doubts, let me know. So we'll start with the module 3, concrete. So the word concrete originates from the Latin word concretus, which means to grow together. It is a composite material in which a binding material mixed in water with well-grouped fine and coarse aggregate. So in mortar, you used to mix cement and sand, or you can say cement and fine aggregate. But here, you mix cement, fine aggregate plus coarse aggregate. That is cement, sand, and aggregate. Okay. Now the history of concrete, will just see a quick history. In 1891, Concrete Street, the first American concrete street, was built in Bellefontaine, Ohio. This is a modern photo of the historic street. So this is the concrete. First, it was used in making a street in 1891. Now, in 1908, Thomas Edison designed and built the first concrete homes in Union, New Jersey. This home still exists today. So these are the homes Thomas Edison has made with the help of concrete. Now, in 1936, the Hoover Dam was built along the Colorado River, bordering Arizona and Nevada. It was the largest scale concrete project ever completed. This is the dam. In 1967, the first concrete domed sports arena, known as the Assembly Hall, was built at the University of Illinois. This is one concrete sports dome. Now, these were the quick history, and now the ingredients: binding material, which is cement, you can say, or you can use another also. Then next, fine aggregates, coarse aggregates, water, and admixture you can use if you want. Why we use admixture? To get, suppose we want early strength concrete, so we can use that admixture. If you want to make stronger cement, stronger concrete, suppose I have studied, or we have done some HSM projects, that if you add some rice husk, fly ash, and some fibers, it can increase the strength. So you can use admixtures also, these kind of admixture. So binding material can be cement, lime, anything. Mainly for concrete will be cement. Then fine aggregate, sand, coarse aggregate, water, and admixture can be any material. Plasticide, you can use fly ash, rice husk, okay, anything. Now, cement and limes are generally used as binding materials. So, for this binding material, you can use cement or lime. Now, sand and cinder is used as fine aggregate. So, this is the sand and this is the cinder. You must have seen in some construction site, there were some very small stones. Very small stones. Plus, you can say some are in powder form also. So, you can use as fine aggregate. Now, for the coarse aggregate, crushed stone, gravel, broken bricks are used as coarse aggregate. So this is the crushed stone, this is the broken bricks, or these are the gravels, these are the broken bricks. Now, concrete, freshly prepared concrete till it has not yet set is called wet concrete. After it has thoroughly set and fully hardened, it is called set concrete. A mixing of concrete, it is by, again, you can hand mix, or also there may be machine mixing. Now, hand mix, in this type, the mixing is done by manual labors. It is adopted for small construction works. Suppose you have to produce a ton of concrete, you cannot do the you cannot mix hand. Then you need then you need this machine. Suppose you have to do some small work, you can go for hand mixing. Requirement of cement is more than machine mixing. So in hand mixing, requirement of cement 10% more. Normally the mixing time is about 3 minutes. So in 3 minutes you have to mix. Otherwise, if you take time, it will lose its strength and it gets hardened. Construction of platform for bricks, lean, concrete or iron sheet, spread out, sand evenly, spread cement on it, mix it till the color of mixing become uniform. Spread this mixture and spread coarse admixture, then mix it. So this is the procedure they have shown. A machine mixing. This is similar to hand mixing, only the mixing is carried out in a rotating drum. All the ingredients of concrete, including water, are collected in a revolving drum, and then the drum is rotated for a certain period. So you have to place all the materials in this drum and just rotate it. Now, machine mixing, there is ready mix concrete. Ready mix concrete, where in large construction nowadays they use ready mix concrete. They used suppose when you need the concrete in a large amount, like in tons, uh, factory produce all the concrete, and those concrete were transported to the site with the in transit mixers. Let me show you transit mixer. Okay, we don't have transit mixer here. I'll show you. You must have seen in roads. So they used to transport all the materials in a transit mixer. So what is ready mix concrete? It is a type of concrete that is manufactured in a factory or batching plant. You can also these factories also called as batching plant, where you make the concrete according to design and then delivered to a work site. Why it is saying according to design? So because in large construction you don't use M20 M25, there you use more than M25, M30 M40 M45 M100. Okay, are you familiar with the term M30 M25 M20? Are you
Yes,
familiar?
ma'am.
Okay, so still M25 you can say these are the nominal mix, and above that all are design mix. For M20, M15, proportion of cement, fine aggregate and coarse aggregate is definite. You go all over India, all over the world for oh, I won't take the world because American standards has different proportion, I guess. So if you go all over India, proportion for M15, M10, M5, M15, M20 is same. Okay, till M25 somewhere they used to take the same proportion, but if you go for higher proportion you have to design the proportion by yourself. That is called mixed design. We'll study this part also in this module 3 itself later on. So when you these are the nominal mix where proportion is fixed, and when you design the proportion, that is mixed design. So ready mix, that's why they have used according to design, and then delivered to a work site by transit truck. So in Viva you may get a question that what is the name of that truck where you can transport your concrete from one place to another. So that is transit mixer. It is manufactured under computer control operation and transported and placed at the site of construction. Okay, hope you have clear picture of ready mix concrete. Now advantages is better quality is produced. Storage space for basic material at site is not required. Wastage of basic materials are avoided. Now types of concrete. So concrete has been classified in three categories. Number one is binding material used in concrete, design of concrete, and purpose of concrete. So types of concrete, you can say cement concrete or lime concrete. These are classified according to binding material. So here in cement concrete the binding material will be cement, and in lime concrete the binding material will be lime. Now cement concrete, the concrete consisting of cement, sand and coarse aggregate mixed in a suitable proportion in addition to water is called cement concrete. In this type of concrete, cement is used as binding material, sand as fine aggregate, and gravel, crushed stone as coarse aggregate. So this is the cement concrete. Now it is commonly used in buildings, roads, dams, and other important engineering works where strength and durability is of prime importance. So if you compare with lime concrete, cement concrete has more strength than lime concrete. Now in lime concrete, the binding material we use is lime, fine aggregate, coarse aggregate. All are mixed in a suitable proportion with water. This type of concrete, hydraulic lime, is greatly used as binding material. So in lime concrete, we saw some in earlier classes. We saw some classification. So from all the lime, hydraulic lime is basically used. Okay. Again, the same pine aggregate and coarse aggregate are same as in concrete. Sorry, cement concrete. Now uses, it is generally used for the sake of economy in foundation works. So in foundation works, you can use lime concrete. Foundation, that means in the lower first layering, you can do with lime concrete. Under floors, over roof, and where cement is not cheaply available. It is easily available in required quantity. This is the lime concrete. Now placing of lime concrete shall be completed within 3 hours of adding water in case of concrete is prepared with hydraulic lime. It should be well cured for a period of at least 10 days. Now classification based on design. So PCC is plain concrete cement, RCC is reinforced concrete cement, and there is one more concrete we have, pre-stressed cement concrete. So plain cement concrete, the cement concrete in which no reinforcement is provided, is called plain cement concrete. So where you don't provide reinforcement, only the cement. So you can consider the mortar as PCC. Where you don't use mortar, you cannot take PCC. Where you don't have, you just place the concrete you have formed. Okay, we'll see the examples of PCC. This type of concrete is strong in taking compressive stress but weak in taking tensile stress. So cement concrete is always good in taking all the compressive stress on a structure, but it is weak in taking your tensile strength. It is taking tensile strength, but this PCC can stress very effectively, but it cannot take tensile stress. Now it is commonly used in for foundation work and flooring of buildings. Yes, the concrete we use in flooring is PCC. Okay. Now next is RCC, in which reinforcement is unable for taking tensile stress, is called RCC. So the concrete we use in beams, slabs, columns, all are RCC, because in those structure, concrete will take the compressive stress, and this reinforcement will take the tensile stress. Okay, this cement concrete will take the compressive stress, and this reinforcement will take the tensile stress. That's why it is said reinforced concrete, cement concrete. In this type of concrete, the steel reinforcement is to be used generally in the form of round bars, and the bars can be from 6 mm to 30 mm dia. It is equally strong in taking tensile, compressive, and shear stress. So it can take tensile stress, compressive stress, and shear stress also. It is used for construction of slab, beams, column, foundation, precast concrete. Okay, precast, that means which is casted before the construction, before placing it. Now this is, you can see an example of reinforced cement concrete. So see, first we make the formwork, we place all the reinforcement, then we used to provide the concrete. So it has reinforcement which will take the tensile load, right? Now let's move to the next. Here one more example is given. Now pre-stressed cement concrete. It is the cement concrete in which high compressive strengths are artificially induced before their actual use is called pre-stress cement concrete. So the structure, the you can say stress is artificially induced. You have before taking any load, before taking any load, before giving it service, structure the you can say the component or structure, you can say it is already artificially we have provided some compressive stress on those structures. Okay, that was pre-stresses. We have provided the stresses, compressive stress, before its actual use. uh, okay, in this type of cement concrete, the high compressive stress are induced by pre-tensioning the reinforcement before placing the concrete. So before placing, what you do, you pre-tension the reinforcement. The reinforcement in the structure, you used to pull it out. You used to take you pull it out before when you can say when we provide a reinforcement on a structure, before placing concrete, what you do, we you used to extend it from both the ends. You try to extend. Suppose, let me show you an example. I have figure, I guess. Pre-stressed cement concrete. So see, if you see these holes, if you see these holes, these reinforcements were extended with the help of this machine before placing the concrete. Okay, pre-stress. So these were given a stress before the concrete placement. Okay. It can take up high tensile and compressive stress without development of cracks. The quantity of reinforcement can be considerably reduced by using this concrete. So this is the pre-stressed cement. Reinforced concrete crack under load. So see, if you see, you have a beam. This is a beam. A compressive load is applied. Let me note. A compressive load is applied and it gets cracked. If you see, this is a simply supported beam. If you see a cantilever beam, you have applied a load and it has got cracked. This is the reinforced concrete crack under load. Now this is the post tension concrete before loading. So if you provide this kind of post tension before loading, so if you make the shape of this, suppose you have applied you have extended this reinforcement and it got this shape. So when you applied the load, it will get the straight shape, it won't crack, right? So in the same way, cantilever beam, you have post tension, you have applied the load, so it got this shape. When you apply the load, it will just get the straight, so it won't crack. So understood, if you post pre-stressed, what is the benefit? Now, types of concrete based on the purpose. So, based on the purpose, what will be the what are the types? According to purpose, concrete is classified into following types: vacuum concrete, cement concrete from which entrained air and excess water is removed. So, if you remove all the excess water and air from it before is removed after placing it by suction with the help of vacuum pulp, is called vacuum concrete. So, in concrete there will be some amount of air and water, right? So, if you remove those water and air, that will be considered as vacuum concrete. In this concrete, the excess water which is added to increase the workability but not required for the hydration of cement of concrete is removed by forming vacuum chamber. So you can see an example. So with the help of vacuum chamber, they removed all the excess water and air. Then air entered concrete. It is prepared by mixing aluminium in it is called air entrant concrete. In this concrete, bubbles of hydrogen gas are liberated which forms cell and make the concrete cellular. Now, the use of this concrete for lining walls and roofs for heat and sound insulation purpose. So, this kind of concrete is used for sound insulation purpose. So, this is an example. Now, lightweight concrete, it is prepared by using coke, brick, cinder or slag as coarse aggregate. It is light in weight and possesses heat insulating properties. It is used in making precast structure units for partition and wall lining. Now the different grade description of work of concrete, and these are the grades. So for concrete in columns and beams, you used 1:1:2. For water retaining structures, piles, precast work or dense concrete, you should use this ratio 1:1:1.5 is to 3. For RCC beam slabs and columns, 1:2:4. Foundation for buildings, mass reinforced works, 1:3:6. For mass concrete work, the ratio should be 1:4:6. So what is this ratio? This is cement, sand and fine aggregate. It is the ratio of cement, sand and fine aggregate. Okay. C is cement, 1 is fine aggregate which is sand, and 2 is coarse aggregate which is cement, sand and okay. Let me note once again. So this is the ratio of cement, sand and aggregate. So this sand can be considered as fine aggregate and this aggregate is considered as coarse aggregate. Okay. Now water cement ratio, very important factor in concrete. In the preparation of concrete, the water cement ratio is very important. For normal construction, the water cement ratio is usually zero point 0.4, 0.5. It varies zero point 0.4 to 0.6. So you have to take the water cement ratio between the range of zero point 0.4 to zero point 0.6 to get appropriate uh, concrete material. Adding too much water will reduce the strength of concrete and cause segregation. Segregation, all the materials, aggregate, sand will separate out from the concrete material if you add too much of water in it. Okay. Next. So these are the concrete tests which we will study in the next classes. Destructive tests and non-destructive tests will study in the next classes.
Ma'am,
Yes, yes. You can write a roll number and leave. I know it's 10:15. You can all of you write a roll number and you can leave this class. All of you wrote their roll number. Anyone left to write their roll number? Last roll number was 9, 82, 82, 82. Okay. Last roll number was 7. Okay, then thank you. All of you can leave. If you have wrote your roll number, you can leave. Anyone left?